President Trump says it is time for a regime change in Iran. KTV News Watch 7's Izzy Fanfarajul spoke with a local foreign conflict expert who explains what that could mean. Izzy.
Yeah, Maddie, I spoke to Michael Kelly, a law professor at Creighton University. He says there are multiple ways the death of the Ayatollah would play out, but it's still unclear how it could ultimately affect the Middle East. Foreign conflict expert Michael Kelly says strikes on Iran could have global repercussions.
We have knocked over the first domino, and there is going to be a domino effect in this region. And I don't know that we know where the last domino is going to fall.
Kelly says to watch the Kurds, an ethnic group in northwest Iran.
They have been split since the days of the Ottoman Empire, from the Kurds in northern Iraq and the Kurds in southeastern Turkey.
After the Ayatollah's death, he says the Kurds may use this instability to break away.
They want nothing more than to be independent and have their own country.
He says a Kurd movement would impact nearby Turkey.
If Turkey ends up getting attacked in this process, well, Turkey's a NATO ally, and the United States is treaty bound to respond to that.
But the Kurds are a U.S. ally as well.
I don't know that we have really thought this through with respect to a lot of the ripple effects that are going to occur from our actions.
Kelly also says these strikes could change the Russia-Ukraine war.
Iran has been supplying Russia with most of the drones that Russia is using in the war in Ukraine. Now that is going to be cut off effectively.
Without drones, Kelly says the Ukrainians could turn the tide.
Suddenly, Vladimir Putin might decide peace talks look more attractive than they have.
Professor Kelly says the president's goal of a regime change has never been done using only air power. He says to establish a democracy, there would need to be American troops on the ground and U.S. weapons in Iranian hands. President Trump has not said what comes next or how long the United States may be involved in military action during this operation. Maddie, back to you.
Izzy, thank you for that information.